You seen the Twitter menswear guy?
No, what is that?
They like post a famous guy in like his fit, and he just does like 18 different tweets, like just picking it apart. And he's like this fashion person, and I don't know, it reminded me of.
I've seen something like that.
Yeah,
the
like
guy's talking like suits,
and he's like viral. So now, anytime someone posts a fit, they're like they tag him, and then he just goes in on.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not no fashion girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no. Don't look at me. Don't.
I just looked.
Don't.
I didn't say a word. I just looked.
Don't do that. Don't piss me off today.
What did he do?
He knows it. Don't do that because you know what you did.
I just looked. I didn't say a word.
Tresor, he knows what he's doing. He's trying to gaslight me to act like he would have done anything crazy. He knows exactly what he did. And
I was just looking at what you got on.
The way you looked at me,
that's all.
Was giving like
continue.
You know,
no, I was analyzing. That's all.
Anyways,
processing.
I'm not no fashion girl by any means necessary. I can definitely throw some shit on.
Didn't you say you were gonna? What happened to your whole? Do you guys remember this?
I'm gonna wear skirts.
I'm revamping.
First of all, I have definitely been wearing more dresses and more. You guys don't pay attention to me because you guys are rude. But I've been wearing way more dresses and way more skirts all summer. I wore the blue dress.
The one time I went out, I did see you wear it.
I wore the blue dress somebody. I went to, girl, that dress is popping on you. The color was booming. The titties were sitting. The ass looked fat. That dress was booming. I wore the mini skirt said my bum was showing. I wore that.
When was that? I don't remember that.
Came about a weekend, and you're like, "Why is your body out?"
Oh, I don't remember that, but I probably did.
I worn skirts this summer,
a good friend.
And I've worn a lot of. I've definitely been more feminine this summer, 100%.
But can you be feminine when it gets cold?
Hey,
are you gonna
challenge
commit?
accepted?
Are you gonna commit?
Ankle length skirts?
No, not ankle length skirt. No, ew. But like you gotta do like a like. I'll find a way. I'll definitely be more feminine in the winter.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is just in general, I feel like Toronto's not a very like fashion city where like it's not like New York or places where. First of all, I think it starts from when you're young. In places like New York and stuff, you get critiqued on your fits very young. Like, if you're wearing the wrong jacket, they're clowning you. If your fit is weak, they're clowning you.
You gotta like go home from
if you're
school
wearing
and you can't even
stuff,
go
they're clowning you.
Yeah.
I didn't know how big the coats, how important your brand of winter coat was.
In New York?
Yeah.
I
You have to have a macage or a goose or a moose knuckle or they're roasting you.
I feel like here it's the same.
Nah, you can get away with that. Bro, a man was wearing a Nike coat in New York and they were killing him online. They were
roasting for a Nike coat?
Yeah.
But Nike has some hard, like winter, like hard.
They say you gotta have a good coat. That's what they call it.
A good coat.
You gotta have a good coat.
Sounds like you're going out coat.
I feel like that's been kind of a thing as we got older. Like, you know, like if you don't have like a goose or a macage or a Monclese, anything, like it's definitely looked at like, like this guy got.
Did you guys all go to high schools where you had to wear a uniform?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
I did and I feel like that, I don't know, not an excuse, but I feel like that's part of the reason I'm not as much of a fashion oriented person. Like
That
it was
is
never part of like my school experiences.
Nah, that's kind of true. Because in America,
no, some people stunned on Civies Day. Yeah.
Civies Day, I said, I'm getting these out. I was laying next to my fit. Like,
but our fits, even on Civies Day, our fits weren't that hard.
I was obviously a suburban kid.
And plus we were younger, like our generation, we didn't care about clothes as much. Like that wasn't of importance as it is now.
Do you think kids that are that same age care about clothes more than we did at the same age?
10 times more. 100 times more, actually. Now, what the kids want, they want drip for birthdays and for Christmas and stuff.
They don't want Bionicles.
We didn't want that. We were cool to be a Nike down with a PS3 and 2K.
Air Force.
I think with us, our generation was more like the techie stuff that was hard. Like if you had a BlackBerry, but then iPhones came out, and if you had a BlackBerry still when the iPhones were hot, you were wasted because why do you have a BlackBerry? Like your messages are still green. You're talking about BBM. No one has BBM anymore. You know what I'm saying? We were more like Tamagotchis. Yo, Tamagotchis were the shit back then. If you didn't have a Tamagotchi, you were a waste. If you only had 2, you weren't hard. You had to have 3.
On the contrast of this, just like different how the youth is with their clothes. They said how like young girls don't have like that tweener sort of age anymore. Like they kind of go from being little kids to like
wearing wigs
dressing
and
like young women, and like there was like an era of like
wigs and bust downs.
But so what?
The jet black bust downs.
What do they call it? The 713. I just be saying.
First of all, it's 613. If that's the
There's
color.
no more
619s.
There's no Hollister Aeropostale style plaid shorts in between era anymore. And boys, same thing. Like they don't have their Lego era. They're going straight to. I want the Margiela jacket.
Little kids now. There's no room because of social media.
Skipping steps,
and because of beauty standards being so in their faces now. There's no like room for ugly stage. Nah. You know when like we were kids, you could have like I definitely had like a not that cute stage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
like I'm glad I kind of peaked as I got older because back then it was like like she was cute. And I barely remember. I remember this conversation. I don't know if anyone remembers, but like I used to be friends with this guy in high school, and when they all saw my mom, they were like, "Yo, your mom's so bad." Da 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 da. And then I remember one of my homies saying, he was like, "Yo, one day." You're gonna be like surpass your mom's badness. Just wait. He's like, one day you're gonna glow up and be either just as bad as your mom or better than your mom.
One day this will all be yours.
Literally, he's like, they're sleeping on you now, but and then I was like, I'm like, he was right.
Do you remember the day, like in the moment?
Do you remember what day it was? Or like what?
When you realized that.
When I realized I was as bad as my mom.
That you surpassed or
no, I didn't surpass her. My mom is still The feeling is I'm getting as bad as my mom.
That you're on the same playing field, like you're both on the same lineup here.
This is a crazy thing. The day I realized I got as bad as my mom. Ooh, when was that? I'm trying to think.
Because I don't know if men have this kind of experience with like your dad.
You get better than your dad.
Yeah. Like this is unique. This is new to me. That's why I'm kind of like, what is like what
not really.
triggers?
A lot of dudes' dads be ugly.
What?
You got to sprinkle it.
It's
always like a mix.
A lot of dudes' dads are ugly. Realism. It's true. It is what it is.
A mix.
Y'all ain't no fine daddies.
A lot of dudes' dads are ugly.
So.
Yeah, this is why I'm asking.
But you do know, like it's not like no homo. You know if your dad is a good looking guy.
If he can pull or not.
You know your dad is an ugly you.
You know if you went to Home Depot with your dad, and it took a long time just to get a piece.
If you have like immigrant parents, odds are your dad isn't the flyest dude around. That's a fact. That's
my
just
dad
a
was
fact.
fly.
Yeah, my dad was.
My
fly
dad
too.
was super fly.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
though.
and especially depends where your immigrant parents are from. Like Jamaicans, I can kind of see because Jamaicans were still kind of into the fashion stuff. African people don't care nothing about that. Middle Eastern people don't care nothing about that. Asian people don't care nothing about that. Like they're just wearing like the traditional attire more times.
Interesting.
These barbecue loaves right here.
Yeah. But I mean, everyone doubted me in high school that I would be as pretty as my mom.
They're
funny. Like, damn, that's your mom. Damn, how do you feel? And I'm like, what the hell? And he was the only one that stood up for me.
You know what's also different with kids now? It completely swapped from our generation. Now the kids are okay with wearing reps and fakes.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Like it's cool.
They say like, yo, this is a rep. Like, yo, those Jordans are hard. Oh yeah, that's a dupe.
They're reps, and that's why they have all this gear because a lot of it isn't real.
So while we were getting killed back in the day,
we would get killed.
That was terrifying. Like,
but also
social sacrifice.
But also, someone said it, and it's true. The reps have dramatically increased. Now they actually look real, and the reps are the same. Back in our days, the reps, you'd have like Jordan 6 with like SpongeBob on it. Those aren't real. Now the shoes look identical.
The baby fat shoes, the PE were backwards.
That kind of makes sense though for it to be normalized then if the reps are getting better.
Like much better.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't even know really.
Yeah, there's a couple websites now.
Are they doing it with jewelry too?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, you can wear Cuban links.
So it's more okay to wear fake jewelry these days than it was back in the day.
Not quite.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
It is. It depends. I feel like fake jewelry. There's qualifications.
It's different for men and women for sure.
Well, yeah, for sure. Women have always been allowed to wear fake jewelry. That's like no one cares about that. With guys, I think you can wear fake jewelry. It's when the jewelry looks too bossy,
costume,
then it's a problem. Like this is fake. Like a little rope chain. This is fake. I don't care.
I didn't give him an ass.
Like, I don't care.
You said it's Tyrese on the Breakfast Club.
This is fake, but like you can't wear a fake Cuban link bust.
Yeah. That's
that
a good.
Looks crazy.
Toting the line with that. Yeah.
I think that looks crazy. And also, if you're trying to pass off your fake jewelry as real, like I would never wear something fake and act like it's real.
I'm glad.
I think a lot of people do that.
For sure. People say a lot of their stuff that I know people personally who say a lot of their stuff is real, and I'm like, girl.
And they start sweating when that diamond tester comes out.
Not even like bags and stuff. Like designer bags, like purses and stuff. Like, oh yeah, that is DHgate, girl.
I love the diamond tester genre video when it first came out. That was hilarious.
At first,
man. When it first came out, that was a funny video.
But I do think there's certain fake stuff that you can get away with. I don't know how it is with girls for bags. I feel like that might be a little too much. And some stuff that I think financially just makes sense to get fake. Like I think a fake wallet makes complete sense. Because you'll lose that so easily.
Bro,
get a little fake Louis wallet for $30.
My Louis wallet's down bad. That shit's been through hell and back. But I'm not letting go because the Louis wallet.
Has everybody gotten some sort of fake like a rep or a dupe for something?
When I was super young.
Yeah.
What was the craziest thing? What was the craziest thing you got?
I think I got a fake Pandora bracelet from the flea market once when I was like 12 or 13.
I got a fake Louis belt when I was in high school.
I had a fake Gucci belt. Yeah, I had a fake Gucci belt.
Fake Pandora was crazy because I had bear charms. Like the charm, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know that Pandora, like you used to build up? I came to school and then like
flooded Pandora.
I came to school like bust down. Like, how do you get those charms in one day? I said
check my bank account.
Like, I didn't have no Pandora on Thursday and Friday. Come with a bust down Pandora. You know how much that would have been?
Nah,
that's crazy.
Like funny. I always got like hand-me-downs, like cause my brother, was getting on the swag. But there was like a 1-2 thing. I was getting hyped, and I started just doing a little research because they were like, yeah, you can register and whatever. So I'm looking up like certain codes for certain pieces. And I'm like, oh, and then I'm looking for like I actually had a pair of glasses that we got from the glasses person, like a pair of Cartiers. And I was like, okay, they kind of look like buffs, all right. And I'm like looking for the style. I'm not seeing it nowhere. I'm like, these guys must be getting either fake. Or like the hand-me-down.
That's the worst. When you think it's real and it's not, that's bad.
That set my like, like my expectations for the rest of life at that point.
I definitely had a fake Gucci belt. But I told people it was fake too, if anyone asked.
I held it like that it was fake at the time.
I didn't.
Back then it really didn't really matter. People weren't calling you out for fake belts. It was mainly just shoes. If your shoes were fake, they'd clown you. Besides that, you could kind of get away with it. Yeah. And I think I had a fake Versace long sleeve that I used to wear to Cities Day, and they used to kill them. I could probably find a picture. There's a picture of me at our school. Me and Morris and covered up with
Campion Cities Day with
Versace down.
Rock, bro.
Versace down is crazy with the fake Versace's nuts. That's funny. Listen, man, as long as it looks good, I don't really care if a man's wearing designer or not.
Are you buying your kids designer clothes?
Absolutely not.
If that's what they want for their birthday. They're like, Mom, I want a Gucci shirt for my birthday.
It depends on how old they are. And
12.
No, too young. Too young, and you're going to grow out of it too fast.
I think it'd be a good test.
Why?
Like, are you going to take care? I'm going to give you something. Like, I'm going to give you the fake, like, whatever. I'm going to tell you it's real, though. Let's see how well you take care of it. Let's see if you really deserve designer.
I got my ass as a kid.
I don't know. I feel like 12 is too young. Because even, like, my little cousin that I always talk about, first of all, that kid, I had to blow dry his hair today for him to get a braid up, which I'm like, that is a crazy. First
auntie
of all,
duties.
blow dry. I'm not an auntie. He's my cousin. Whoa. Second of all, blow drying a boy's hair is one of the hardest things I think I've ever done in my time. Because one, boys don't manipulate their hair. So their hair is always in the most natural state. So when their hair is, and like, for some reason, boys' hair is just so healthy. Like, I don't know, when boys grow out their hair, because you don't manipulate, you don't press it, you don't press it. Like, his hair is so healthy and it's so thick, it took me an hour to, like, part his hair into pieces and, like, pick it out and detangle it and pull it, then blow. I was like, ew.
That's why, when the Afro pick just gets stuck in your hair.
I'm like, oh my God.
Pulling it.
I've learned.
Y'all don't understand how boys, maybe if I ever have boys as children or sons or whatever, but I'm like, bro, boys' hair is harder to deal with than girls' hair. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I don't know.
Especially if they don't know like what's going on, and it's just I was gonna ask if like his head was tender because
he cries for everything. Yeah. He's like, oh my, he's like Zoie, and I'm like, bro, hold your head still. Like, how do you want to have long pop smoke braids that you can't even take a little blow dry? He's like, oh, like his head's so tender. Boys' heads are so tender. They can't take any type of detangling, pulling, nothing. Everything cry. He's 17. What do you cry? Like, boy, head your head still. He's grown. He's grown.
You ever
he's 6'2" and 17. He's grown.
You ever got a braid up and had to take a aspirin?
No, come on.
Yeah, nah.
Really?
The first time I got zigzags when I was a kid. Oh my God!
When it's tight. Your head's
When it's tight?
pounding.
No,
Yeah.
guys.
I feel like my eyebrows are like up the whole
Yeah.
time.
I feel like every time you blink, like it's some hairs about to
Like, is
rip.
it straight?
Yeah, I've had
It
those
be
ones.
happening
Yeah,
sometimes.
That you took an aspirin? You felt like it was that bad? You took an aspirin?
like I had a headache, so
Yeah.
I never took
Oh.
anything, but I definitely got close.
I've
I
had my
didn't
hair
train.
braided tight where I'm like, yo, I'm taking a nap after this. Like, I need to sleep this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
some
think
days
I
my hair
could
been
Or you
bro, I
have
need
to
a nap.
like put a little water on it to try to loosen it up a
Oil.
little bit.
Oh, yeah, hair
Oil's
oil.
better.
It's dry.
I know that.
Yeah, oil's
Scalp.
much better because then you're just
Frizzing
gonna
it
frizz
out,
out your
No,
hair.
like
Yeah.
a little like
No, it has to be oil. Or you're gonna frizz out your hair. The
That
braids are
water's-
gonna get
your
frizzed.
braids are gone.
Yeah.
This guy's like, huh?
This man's like just run your head underwater.
no. That's why I said
After
a
a
little
fresh
flick.
braid out.
Might as
a
well
little
get the
flick.
wave brush on your braids.
Alive? Yeah. No. But anyways, yeah, with him, my little cousin, before he used to ask me for stuff, like design, I'm like, no. But now that he's older, he can take care of me. You know what I'm saying? I buy him like, I'll buy him some more expensive gear. Now he asked for a Go-Yard wallet the other day.
Whoa. You see how their chest is just high.
But I spoil him though. Like that's my
You're
kid.
right.
He's not my
Go-Yard
kid. So
wallet?
I might
Yeah.
have to get him one when he graduates high school. I might have to get him a little Go-Yard.
The coin purse.
Yeah, he just wants like a card holder, like a small, not no bit, like a small like Go-Yard card holder.
no
That's not too
folding.
Do
bad.
it like the motivation. I'm doing that with my nephew right now. It's like,
Yeah.
you do this to school, do this, you get this game.
Exactly.
Like he's in his tech era, so
Yeah,
can utilize that before he asks for a Go-Yard.
He always
My
gets
nephew's got
polo
good,
when he
man.
wants polo, all that stuff. So I let him hold it. But so I went out. This goes into my next topic because we're talking about like designer and growing up, whatever. So I went out with some of my homies the other night. We went out for dinner.